Hey everyone, this is Alex or PolymomoTea, and today I have a tutorial showing how to make this sleeping pearl in a clam with some polymer clay and resin. First off, I'm going to take some scrap clay and I'm going to flatten it and pinch it into a fat teardrop shape, and this will be the inner template for the clam. Then you want to bake according to instructions, so you have something that looks like this. Then I'm going to rub cornstarch all over the top part of my template, so when we wrap clay around it, it's not going to stick. So I'm going to take white clay that I flattened out, and I'm going to wrap around my template. For the outer clamshell, I'm adding a thicker layer of clay, and I think this is Primo Starry Night, something like that. And with my blade, I'm cutting off the excess clay, making sure it is flush with my template. And I'm carefully reforming the edges so it has that shell shape. So I have this rectangular piece of clay that I baked, and I'm using that to make 3 lines along the sides of my shell. And using a blending tool, I'm outlining the grooves a little bit better. So then I'm pinching some black clay into a triangle and cutting it in half. And I'm adding both of those pieces to the side of my clam to make that weird base-like shape. Now this is the hard part, so if you don't cornstarch it well, the template's not going to come out easily. But you want to carefully remove the template from your clam, making sure that you have that clam shape. And then once it's out, you want to reform it so it has the nice clam shape, and you should have something that looks like this. Then you want to bake according to instructions, and here I have my white and black one, and then I just have a regular black one for the top part of my shell. For the pearl, I have some Primo Pearl clay, and I'm adding 3 lines, 2 for eyes and 1 for a mouth. And once completed, you want to bake everything according to instructions. So now I decided to decorate my clam with some resin, so I'm adding some UV resin and some blue pigments and mixing it all together. And I thought, well, it's under the sea, so I'm going to add some star sand to it. But I also want a little bit of color because color makes the clam pop more. And so I added some random corals that aren't really corals, it's just basic circles with dots in it. And I've added that to my clamshell. Then I let the UV resin cure. And I add another layer with some more star sand because you can never get too much of star sand. And I added my sleepy pearl right in the middle and let that cure in the UV lamp for about 2 minutes. Then I added some super glue to the sides. And I added the second half of the clamshell onto it, and I held it in place so it dries with a nice angle. Now I really wish I had those like miniature dollhouse hinges, so then I could have glued that onto the sides, and then the clam could have actually opened and closed at will, but I didn't have that, so I just glued it like this. But if you guys have the hinges, definitely do it with that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this project. I am really happy with how this turned out. I really wish I had the hinges so then, you know, I can actually close and open it at will, but this is a good enough project, I think, and let me know what you want to see next for my video. Thank you very much.